Pacific Ocean, there is so much plastic, an area the size of France has formed. Governments have simply ignored it. So we found a way to ensure they couldn't, by turning the country-sized trash patch into an official country.
Les trash isles.
Trash isles.
A la isla de plástico.
Des îles
Introducing the trash isles. On World Oceans Day, the Plastic Oceans Foundation and Landline submitted an application to the United Nations to recognise the Trash Isles as an official country, because under the laws of the UN, other countries are then obliged to clean it up.
Declared the part of the ocean where all the trash is gathered, the plastic, the trash isles. Has the petition been received, and what's your take on it?
I think it's a very innovative and creative way to bring attention to a problem that is often not seen.
Having met the criteria to become a country, the Trash Isles began recruiting citizens online. In the first few weeks, we had more citizens than some countries. The Trash Isles had everything an official country needs. A currency called debris, a passport for new citizens, and a national flag. We even had big-name celebrities signing up.
I think this is the first honorary citizenship I've had from any emerging nation.
Thank you very much. Trash Isles citizenship.
Trash isles.
Trash Isles.
Some even took on official roles.
I'm Judy Davis, the Trash House Queen.
I will be the best secretary of your defense that I can.
With over 200,000 citizens, 50 million video views, and 500 million people reached. The Trash Isles put the plastic problem firmly on the map.
I will make reference to the Trash Isles from here on out.
To your Monday edition of This Morning. Now, as you can see, we're starting the show outside today, and that's because of a very special reason.
Every single week in Britain, 84 men take their own lives. Those numbers can sometimes be hard to visualise.
Well, that's why today we're unveiling 84 life-size sculptures, each representing a real man who has taken his own life, in the hope that it will stop people in their tracks and get them talking.
He was 20 when he died.
I lost my brother to suicide.
Like 7 years now since my son took his life.
I'm here with my sisters because we lost our dad.
Sometimes until it's at your front door, you don't think about it enough.
Central London on Monday got a strange sight. 84 men standing on the rooftops of office.
Project 84, a campaign to raise awareness of male suicide.
It turns out the men were statues, all part of a demonstration for suicide awareness.
It's incredibly powerful. Stopped me dead in my tracks.
Such a statement, and everybody's talking about male suicide now.
Project 84 campaign highlights the horrifying figure that male suicide is the biggest killer of men under 45.
There's no question Project 84 has stolen the show and the week.
I mean, I've never seen anything like, for all the years we've been here at the Tower, to see those statues on top of the building, everybody stopping and just looking up and taking a moment.
offering a spare room or house on Airbnb has doubled in the last year. Ironically, in that exact same period, another remarkable number doubled as well. The number of people living on the streets. In Brussels alone, the number of homeless people went from 2,600 to 5,400. That's why Solidaridad Grande Foi, an organization dedicated to helping the homeless get through winter, founded Not Fair B&B. An exact copy of the real Airbnb site, but instead of luxury lofts and dream houses, it featured real places in Brussels where the homeless are forced to sleep. People can search for accommodation types such as a public building, a portal, or sidewalk. Each accommodation includes cynical descriptions of the harsh conditions the dispossessed endure. By symbolically booking one of the homeless places, visitors automatically donate to Solidaridad Grande Foi. The site launched on December 21st, the first official day of winter, and attracted immense media interest, both in Belgium and around the world. We received donations from as far away as New Zealand. We even created additional digital buzz by offering our accommodations to famous people like musicians after a gig in Brussels or world leaders during the European Council. With zero media budget, we raised 500% more funds than previous years. But it didn't stop at raising money. The idea started traveling. Homeless organizations from all around the world asked us to launch Not Fair B&B in their own countries. So we decided to open up our platform. At this moment, Not Fair B&B is operating in 3 different continents, and more countries will be launching soon. And that's how a small local campaign became, just like Airbnb itself, a worldwide success.
Welcome to Mozambique. Beautiful, warm, full of life. Our country is on the rise. But something stands in our way. Malaria kills more people here in Mozambique than in any other country on earth. It's a huge problem. But there is a way to beat it. Goodbye Malaria is an initiative saving many thousands of lives with support from the Bill Gates Foundation and the Global Fund. It's a unique project because it's not just about science, but also about the colorful soul of Mozambique. To create awareness and additional funding, we brought these together by combining the 4 pathogens that cause malaria with our famous colorful capulana fabric. And this was the result. 4 unique viral capulana patterns. We use these illustrations everywhere. Goodbye Malaria have a clothing range which they sell all over the world to raise funds for the project. We called in the best local capulana craftsmen to help extend the patterns into new garments. The multi-purpose packaging and wrapping can be layered in lots of different combinations. But the most important thing about these viral patterns is that they respond to real-time data, disappearing as malaria cases are reduced. Each year we will reprint the designs to reflect this. We hope one day they'll disappear entirely. When Mozambique says adios, ciao, goodbye malaria, for good.
Sweden is seen as highly progressive. Surveys repeatedly tell of a happy and innovative place. Dads on paternal leave roam the streets, and anyone can even call a random Swede to hear how great life is here. This is all very true, but unfortunately not for everyone. Today, domestic violence is the leading cause of injury to women in Sweden. Every 8 minutes a woman's assaulted in her home, but only 1 out of 4 reports it, and every month a woman dies at the hands of a partner. To help those in need and break through the stigma, we challenge the cliché excuses of "I walked into a door" by using them as media for direct support instead. On International Women's Day, Sweden's leading women's shelter, Alla Kvinnors Hus, launched #NoMoreExcuses.
With no more excuses, we want to say that no excuse is good enough, no matter what. We all have an obligation to act. It can mean the difference between life and death for the woman next door. We partnered with a leading housing company, Svenska Bostäder, to have the edge of their doors carry our shelter's emergency message.
Local and international media immediately picked up on the initiative and it spread rapidly in social media. There were even signs in the subway warning travelers to mind the door. Soon, other housing companies joined in, putting their doors to work too. But it didn't stop there. Doors of gyms, restaurants, offices, bars and hairdressers reinforced the message, telling those in need there is help. We see you. You are not alone. Results are encouraging. Media reach, funding and engagement are at all-time highs, and available doors are growing by the day, extending the reach further. One might not expect a message of support for the abused on the edge of a door, but then again, it's a desperate excuse that we should never accept at all. To be truly equal, we need to be equally safe.
Welkom, fijn dat je er bent. Neem plaats. Je gaat vandaag een reis maken van een vluchteling. Een vluchteling uit Syrië. In hypnose. Concentreer je even op mijn vinger. Als die vinger omlaag gaat, worden je ogen steeds zwaarder. En je zakt dieper, steeds dieper, in een rustige hypnose. Je onderbewustzijn, Mirko, is wagenwijd open en neemt alles op wat ik zeg. Alles wat ik zeg, ervaar je heel intens. Het is al wekenlang oorlog. Jullie wonen in een stad die al heel lang wordt belegerd. Je bent net thuis naar je werk en plotseling hoor je schieten. Het komt dichter en dichter bij je. Er wordt op je huis geschoten. Een raket komt op je huis af. Een enorme explosie volgt. Overal is stof. Je kunt moeilijk ademhalen. Je jongste broertje en je zusje kun je niet vinden. Tussen het puin buiten vind je delen van hun kleren. Hun favoriete knuffels. En tenslotte ook hun lichaamsdelen. Drie maanden later. Je bent zonder je familie op de vlucht. Je zit in een gare oude bus. Het is bloedheet. En je bent misselijk van de benzinegeur. Politiemensen stoppen de bus. Er breekt paniek uit. Je medepassagiers beginnen weg te rennen. Jij doet hetzelfde. Je rent, je rent en je rent. 8 dagen later. Je zit op een kleine boot midden op de zee met hoge golven. Het is ijskoud. Ijs en ijskoud. En nu kijk je naar voren en dan zie je een andere vluchtelingenboot. En nu kijk, er zijn mannen die met grote messen die boten lek steken. En die boot zinkt. Het gegil van de zinkende vluchtelingen is vreselijk. Je bent nu aangekomen in een vluchtelingenkamp. De geur van rot is overal. Je hebt dagenlang niets gegeten. Het beetje eten dat er is slecht. Je wordt ziek. Uiteindelijk krijg je hulp van een Griekse vrouw. Zij helpt je een officiële aanvraag te doen om naar Nederland te gaan. Je bent eindelijk veilig. Ik weer hoofdtik, ben je wakker? Hi, Mirko. Wakker. Hi, Kik. even kijken hoe jouw reis onder hypnose verlopen is?
Ja, zeker.
Wat doet je dit nou, Etty? Hoe je dit ziet?
Rillingen lopen over mijn lijf, eerlijk gezegd. Het is gewoon verschrikkelijk. Ja.
Niet van hoe ga ik dit in mijn eentje oplossen voor mijn hele familie of zo, ja.
Zou je de persoon die dit echt heeft meegemaakt willen ontmoeten?
Ja, is goed. Ja.
Dat is maar.
Mag ik je een knuffel geven? Ja.
Dank je voor je.
Mag ik het vragen? Verschrikkelijk.
This is just exactly the story you...
Yes.
Ik hoop dat wij je een beetje omarmd hebben hier. Dat je een beetje veilig voelt hier.
Try to forget this.
Yeah.
Since Gilbert Baker first created it in 1978, the pride flag has always been a symbol of one thing: welcome. Wherever we go, this flag says, you're safe here. But the truth is, we're not always safe here, because what's legal in one place can be punishable by prison or worse in the next. On the 40th anniversary of this flag, PFLAG Canada asked, what if the pride flag could help you see the world? This is Destination Pride, a first-of-its-kind global platform designed to help LGBTQ travelers navigate the world in the simple form of a flag. Our algorithm starts by collecting global data across 5 key metrics of acceptance. The more equal the laws, the fuller the flag. Our 6th bar measures real-time positive and negative social media sentiment. Together, the bars provide a dynamic snapshot of acceptance across hundreds of thousands of destinations worldwide and a single numerical score for comparison. To launch, we created more than 100 unique Facebook campaigns, running in 46 languages across 92 countries, each one connected to relevant local news events, from the arrest of activists in Moscow.
Police in Moscow detained 5 activists.
To the changing of laws in Toronto.
Full protection of transgender people.
In its first month, Destination Pride engaged users from more than 150 of the world's 195 countries, became the most shared and discussed communications platform in PFLAG's history, and inspired calls to action among tourism offices, business leaders, politicians, celebrities, and mainstream media. And our data visualizations have been invited to hang at the London Design Museum's retrospective on graphic design and political messages. PFLAG imagines a world in which all people are respected. Until that world is real, Destination Pride helps us navigate this one.
You all know this symbol. It's used to identify parking spots for the disabled all over the world. And yet, every day in Israel, hundreds of healthy drivers ignore it, for all kinds of reasons.
אני רק שם משהו.
עד שנחיה יבוא.
לאן אתה ממהר? גם ככה אתה יושב. זה בסדר, זה בסדר. גם לי יש דודה כזאת.
אשתי יולדת. תירוצים.
Desperate for stricter enforcement of their accessibility rights, we decided to raise public awareness of the issue. Access Israel presents people, not symbols. For the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, we photographed 50 people with disabilities and staged them to look like the access symbol on disabled parking signs, including members of parliament, Paralympic medalists, and celebrities. Then, we replaced 4,000 disabled parking signs all over Israel with real people's pictures. The plan was to create a loud enough message so that the media and politicians would no longer be able to ignore it. And it worked.
לקראת יום הנכה הבינלאומי יש קבוצה של בעלי מוגבלויות שיוצאת ביוזמה מקורית.
על ידי הצבת תמרורים ועליהם צילומים של 50 נכים.
לא רק סמל,
אלא זה אנשים אמיתיים שבאמת צריכים.
17 major cities in Israel joined our initiative. Our message reached the hallways of the Israeli parliament, where the issue finally made it to the public agenda.
בהמשך לקמפיין שמובילה נגישות ישראל, People Not Symbol, כל כנסת ישראל תתאחד לעשות את השינוי. והגיע העת.
We hope that in the future all drivers will see the people behind the symbol and respect it.
In 2015, this girl Can successfully narrowed the gender gap in physical activity. But to close it further, we had to go further and make all women feel part of sport. We went from fighting the fear of judgment to full-on female empowerment, from tackling negativity to championing positivity. We used an original recording of Dr. Maya Angelou, the poet and civil rights activist, reading her poem, Phenomenal Woman.
Many people wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. But I say, I'm a woman. Phenomenal.
We featured older women, younger women, all women. We showed birth, babies and blades. So every woman saw other women like her taking part. And we didn't just make them feel part of it. We asked them to create it. Then their posts became our posters, which inspired even more women.
It was just like the biggest sense of achievement. I came back in October and I thought, if I can do it now, I can keep going.
And I remember that when I first noticed down that one skated foot over the other, and suddenly you're like, oh my god, I can do it!
And half the women who saw the campaign took action because of it. This girl camp started as a way to get more women active. But it's become more than that. It's become a movement that celebrates just how phenomenal all us girls are.
Amazing.
Dear Madam. Dear Madam. Dear Madam, in reply to your recent communication,
I would state that we have not now, have never had,
and do not expect to have in the near future any women students registered in our engineering department. Yours very truly.
we do not permit women to register in the engineering school under our present regulations. Are you serious?
I suspect the number of women who have undertaken general engineering courses is so few that you will hardly be able to form an organization. However, I may be mistaken.
While we cannot legally register women in the college, there is nothing to prevent our admitting them as visitors,
which permits them the benefit of instruction, although without status as students. Dear lady.
Dear lady?
For Pete's sake.
Dear lady, up to the present, women students have not been admitted.
Period.
you up in paradise of love. If you would tell me
be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again, shaboom, and home to meet again. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Now every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, baby, we'd be so far. Oh, life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above, if you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, shaboom, ya la 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 la, shaboom, shaboom, ya la 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 la, shaboom, shaboom, ya la la la, shaboom.
You can say almost anything.
Like, holy shit.
You just had a baby.
Shit, yeah.
Congratulations.
Gong hei.
She's so cute, I want to barf.
Well, there goes your sex life.
You just breathed out a human.
Does your vagina hurt? I hope you are ready for lots of shitty diapers.
Yay!
Behold, the miracle of fucking life.
See, you can say almost anything.
The truth is, the only bad word is sorry.
Sorry.
You're supposed to be celebrating.
Woohoo! So don't be sorry about a baby.
Be happy.
Because every baby deserves a warm fucking welcome.